everyone, this is Dre from LoveAmme. Today we are very glad to invite Sabrina together with us, okay, to talk about more on her breastfeeding journey, her motherhood journey. Hi Sabrina.
Hello.
Sabrina, how are you recently?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just like heavily pregnant and tired now.
How many weeks are you right now?
37 weeks.
Okay, so has everything been prepared for your baby already?
About there, not really.
So what is not prepared yet?
Mentally not prepared yet.
Yeah, because taking care of two kids can be quite tiring and you really do not know what you do not know.
Yeah.
Now it's already your number 2. Can I like find out a bit more about your previous journey? Your number 1, I believe, is right now one plus years old.
2.5 years old right now. First one.
Okay, so 2.5 years old is actually quite a tiring period because we'll be playing a lot and then we'll be doing things that they are not supposed to be.
First year was quite tough because I didn't expect like what to expect for a newborn. Yeah, I'm the eldest at home, so I'm the first to experience all this. I don't have a sister to refer to or anything, so I have to experience everything firsthand. Yeah, so it was quite overwhelming because when the baby was passed to me, I have to start everything. Yeah, so it was a bit stressed initially, correct. To me, breastfeeding is definitely the toughest for me because I always thought it's a natural thing. It will come naturally, but end up it didn't come as natural as what I thought. Yeah.
Yes. So basically, it's like I always hear people telling me that if the baby is hungry, then you just feed the baby. So apparently, the feeding is not that's all not simple.
I'm not very sure whether the milk supply kicked in. Then I feel very stressed out whenever the baby cry. Whenever my son cry, I feel that is it because of lack of supply. Then also lack of knowledge because I thought it will naturally come. The supply will naturally come. So end up I tried to breastfeed and very afraid that my son will be hungry whenever he cry. Yeah. So initial part was a bit tough for me. This time I will do more homework.
Okay, so like I mentioned that it is actually tough. So do you actually experience any pain as well?
Yes. Sore nipple, very sore nipple. Yeah, on one side and really very painful.
I always hear mommies telling me that they have problems such as, like, for example, cannot empty the breast well, or for example, low milk supply, these kind of issues. And sometimes when they are pumping, because they could not empty the breast well, they will use their hands to go and try to squeeze the breast very hard until it bruise the breast. Do you experience that as well?
Yes, try to squeeze whatever I can out.
Right now, you actually have the LoveAmme breast pump with you. So I am pretty sure it can actually help you with quite a lot of issues that you were facing previously. That's the Bellamy Pro! There I have it too. Okay, LoveAmme is actually very different from any other brands in the market actually. So LoveAmme, what we do is, right, we first, before we even talk about developing the breast pump, what shape it is, what size it is, the first thing that we do is actually we came up with one whole list of problems that mummies face. So for example, just now when you were mentioning like sore nipples, or for example, like cannot empty the breast well, or have to squeeze the breast until they bruise their breast, this kind of stuff. So LoveAmme, we actually came up with one full list of these problems first. And why are we able to come up with this full list? Because the whole team are breastfeeding moms. The whole team. Yes, correct. Okay, so basically what happens after that is with all these problems that mummies face, we came up with our LoveAmme solutions to this, and there we came up with our own breast pumps. So for example, for your case wise, you have the Bellamy Pro. Okay, so just to let you know, this is actually a hospital grade breast pump. Yes, hospital grade breast pump. It is actually the smallest hospital grade breast pump in the market actually, at 524 grams as well. Okay, this one in the event, okay, because do you still plan to latch your baby when your baby is born? Yes, this is very important. Because when you latch your baby, you may... Babies sometimes, to me, when I'm breastfeeding, I find that they are small little piranhas.
Agree.
Like trying to unlatch them is like the most painful thing on earth. They'll just bite on you, and regardless of how you try to unlatch them, their teeth is there. It's ooh.
Yeah.
Do you experience that as well?
Yeah, very painful journey for me. That's why this time I hope to have a better breastfeeding journey.
So in this kind of situation wise, you can actually use the individual breast customization. This one can allow you to use different settings on each breast. So for example, today baby is in a bad mood. Okay, then the baby bites on the left side. So my left side is very painful. So what happens is for your left side, right, you can use lower suction strength because very painful already. So you want it to be lower suction strength. But the right side can still use the normal suction because if you lower down, then you cannot empty the right side better. Then the healthy side become not healthy anymore.
True.
Yeah, so you can actually use different suction strength when you have injuries, or even sometimes we may say like bleeding nipples or this kind of thing. Another one, I'm not sure if you experienced this before because I very honestly tell you I experienced that, whereby one side of the breast get more milk than the other side. So when you're actually wearing t-shirt, you can see very obviously like one is bigger and one is smaller. Do you have that as well?
Yes, left side is always producing more than the right.
Does it look very obvious?
It's not so obvious, but when you pump, right, it's very obvious the amount is different.
In my initial days of breast pumping, and for mine, it's actually quite obvious because even when besides the milk volume that I pump, I can also see that when I wear clothes, it's like very obviously one side is honeydew and one side is probably a slightly bigger orange. Right, when I just gave birth, there wasn't this Bellamy Pro. I was just powering through all the pain that I have, and also with this unequal milk supply, what I see is initially the weaker side was just 10% lesser than the stronger side. Then later it started to increase 20%, 30%, 40%, until it became like 50% lesser than the strong side. So it becomes okay. So what happens is after the TaylorMade Pro came out, okay, so they actually have this feature. So besides having the individual breast customization for different suctions, right, you can even use it for different phases as well. So for example, on my weaker side, my left side is my weaker side. Okay, so what I do is I actually use stimulation on my weaker side, and on my stronger side, the one that has more milk, I can use expression on that side. So I can do different phases and different suction strength. This is very important because we always call the breast that doesn't function well, we call it the lazy breast.
Yeah.
This before? Yeah, lazy breast. But in actual fact, I don't think it's very fair to call it lazy breast. It's just that different breasts just reacts differently to the same suction. So if you expect both to work equally, it just doesn't work that way.
Correct. One is the hardworking one and one is the lazy.
Okay, so in this case, you can actually use the same individual breast customization. It's the same way. So you just need to press the power button. Okay, then you will actually see the same thing. You just press the 2 droplet button together. Okay, then here what you can see is I'm going to show you. For example, on my this breast, I'm going to change it to expression. And for the other side, I'm actually using stimulation. So for example, on this side, I can use level, let's say maybe level 3. And on the other side, I can actually use level 4. So that you can actually empty your breast in all kinds of situations.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, okay, so that is really, really important. So with the TaylorMade Pro, that really helps you a lot, okay? And also, I would like to tell you, I think you will love this phase a lot because other breast pumps in the market, they only have the stimulation phase and the expression phase. Stimulation phase is actually to stimulate your let down to come. So basically, let down is whereby, because our breasts, they are not taps, whereby just switch on the tap, the milk comes out. Okay, so what happens is actually there'll be moments whereby there's no milk. So once you stimulate your let down to come, so once the let down starts, you will realize that the milk will start to flow down already. Okay, but even with this stimulation and expression phase, a lot of people are still encountering problems like just now what you mentioned, cannot empty the breast well. Because they did not empty the breast well, so what happens? Their milk supply starts to drop and drop and drop. Okay, so that's the reason why LoveAmme actually have the world's first deep expression face. It helps you to empty your breast much better because it sucks deeper into the breast to draw the milk out.
And they keep calling me, and then I feel even more stressful. They just keep calling me and ask like, how's your breastfeeding? How's your breast supply? Yeah, breast milk supply. Is it kick in already? How much are you feeding?